Hello.
Hello, we are back with Fun Fact Friday, and today was a nice enough day that we came out to check out the outside and give you a little walk around down here at the docks.
Well, we're down here at what you might know as the Park Service docks, but if you grew up on Ocracoke, you would know this not as the Park Service docks, but as the base docks. And you may have heard people call it that and wonder why it's called the base docks. And that's because this is part of the Navy base that was built here on Ocracoke in 1942. And it lasted as the original Navy base for just a year. It was designed to combat the German submarines that were offshore. But by the time the base was actually built, the German Army or Navy had moved its submarines away from the coast of North Carolina. And this was turned into an amphibious training base for a group of sailors that were known at that time as the beach jumpers, which were the precursors to the Navy SEALs. And a lot of people don't realize that the Navy SEALs was a very secret operation that was started right here on Ocracoke. And then later on it was converted to a, how did they call that? Combat Information Center. And the Navy stayed here until 1946. It was built in 1942, was here till 1946. And there was a large operation here. There were 500 to 600 personnel here, and there was also the Coast Guard was here as well. But the Navy was the largest force that was here on Ocracoke in the 1940s.
And we're standing here down, there's still have the Coast Guard station, although it doesn't house the Coast Guard anymore. It houses a teachers organization, the NCAT, North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teachers. The Coast Guard base
Well, there was another station here that was, I'm not sure exactly where it was, but someplace between the NCAT Center and the ferry offices was the old station, and you'll see it on old photographs. That station was established in 1903. And to tell you the truth, I can't remember when they built this building.
That's the only one I remember, is the one that's standing there now.
Me too.
But the Coast Guard station is now officially stationed 100% up in Hatteras, whereas we used to have one on Ocracoke.
I think this building was built right around World War II, or maybe during World War II. But I'm not sure about that.
And the other thing, I don't know if we can see from here, but after the Navy left, they tore down some of their buildings, but others were moved. And isn't the little house there across the way to the right of the red roof, the old Meeker Cottage? Isn't that
oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that. It's right underneath the lighthouse.
Let's walk down there just a minute. I'm talking about the one over there to the right of
oh, it's not. I was wrong about that.
So not the one underneath the lighthouse.
No, not that one.
This one, right? It's hard to see in this video, but they're just to the right of the building with the red roof. And let's see if I can zoom in on that a little bit. There we go.
And I'm not sure, Amy, if that was part of the Navy base or not.
I've heard some people say it was, and some people say it wasn't. I've heard stories that it got ferried across the harbor from the Navy base.
I hadn't heard that.
To there. So that's the house there, right there, the small one to the left of the video right there.
Yeah, after the war, they tore the Navy base down and got rid of pretty much everything. There's only one structure left. Do you want to walk over there and take a look at that?
Yeah, let's walk over to it, because it is reminiscent of my childhood. I love this little structure. It's actually not that little.
It's an unusual structure, and many people see it and never have a clue what it really is or what it was. But it's the only structure still standing from the Navy base that was here in the early 1940s.
That's on the site. There are other structures, watch your step. There are other structures that are still standing, but they have been moved around to other parts of the island. And we're walking right smack in front of it. It's right smack in the video. Do you want to explain what this big white thing is?
Well, that's the Navy's cistern, water cistern for drinking water. At that time, Ocracoke didn't have a municipal water system. That didn't come until 1977. So everybody got their drinking water from rainwater that came off the roof through the gutters and down into a large barrel. And the Navy had so many people here that they built this large concrete cistern, water cistern, and that was the source of water for everybody at the station.
Didn't they also have a wooden water tower associated
Oh,
with it?
they might have, but I don't know how they got the water up there.
Yeah, or did they collect it there and it drained into here and then we'll
no.
have to, another Fun Fact Friday, we're gonna have to get some information. But I don't know if you can see, we'll walk over a little closer to it. There's a hatch at the top that is closed off now, of course, that I'm presuming is where the water would drain into. There's a hatch right here that is closed off, and then you can see some, what are those
I
pipes
guess they're
for-
vents, I don't know.
We should have done a little more research.
Yeah, well, that's something for everybody to ponder. Maybe some people have some ideas about this.
So that, but it's kind of a cool little picturesque curiosity.
It's a
that's right-
curiosity.
That's right here. And we're going to point over here to, you see the Preservation Society Museum and our current water tower. That came in 1977, as Philip said. So what was over here during the war?
Well, this was all where the Navy base was. And there, I guess there were, I don't know specifically, but I've seen pictures of it. There must have been administrative offices and telecommunications buildings and a dining hall, and a refectory, barracks, whatever the Navy needed. They built it all in this area, all, where the parking lot is, where the Preservation Museum is. And there were a couple private homes here that were moved or torn down. I'm not sure whether they were moved or torn down.
To accommodate the
to
Navy.
accommodate the Navy.
Mm-hmm. And
There's a cemetery over here. The Scarborough family, this was part of their property.
you can see that white picket fence
And their
in the video.
cemetery is still here.
And the Preservation Society has a really nice exhibit of World War II, of some of the photos of what it looked like.
There are photos and drawings that are with designation of what the buildings were.
So it's really interesting. If you're interested in World War II history and want to learn a little bit more about how it affected the U.S. and specifically Ocracoke, when you're on the island next time, you can
Just stop
go
in at the
into
museum.
the museum and check it out. So
Okay.
that's our Fun Fact Friday. If you have questions, put them in the comments and we'll see if we can answer them.
If you can answer the questions, write those down.
Yeah, if we've asked ourselves questions that you know the answer to, we'd love to hear the answers to that. So hope everybody has a lovely day.
Adios.